Hey guys, how's it going? This is the entrance to my family's property. There's 30 acres here. I'm just gonna have to hold you with my phone. I figured I'd give you a tour of it. I don't know if we'll get to all the whole 30 acres or whatever, but there's the pond. I cleaned that out around it, I don't know, a few years ago. This I think at one time when they dug that pond, they threw a lot of the dirt out of the pond up over there, because that still gets pretty mushy. It grows a really long grass that the deer love. And then there's a catawba tree right there. It tipped over one year. I pushed it back up with my tractor and had it propped up, and he went a few years like that. Now I see a branch broke off him, so I'm just going to take him out of there as soon as it firms up, where I can get my little tractor back there. But this area right here is what we refer to as the gravel pit. We used to dig gravel out of it years ago. And then, you know, obviously we call it the pond. I got a trail here I cut with the old Oliver when I had it. That goes up to the upper trail that where I've got a wood lot where I store wood. You'll keep hearing dinging because I got a bad sending unit, and this is telling me I got no oil pressure, but it's got oil pressure. I don't know how soupy it is out here, but I'm gonna throw it 4-wheel drive. But that's the swamp. Got a bunch of dead trees out there I gotta deal with sometime. You know, upper trail. I'm gonna finish this project one of these days. I was building a little goldfish pond. Someday I'll get back onto it. But, I don't know if you can see all that, but I don't live out this way anymore, but I still have to, I'm in charge of the property here. I don't like seeing all that stuff down there on the ground. It's all good stuff. I just need to get my trailer out here and that little topper, and what I'll do is I'll skedaddle up that hill and I'll cut them off in certain lengths and just pull them down and, stack a trailer full. I got some dead standing stuff too that needs to come out. That sounded good on the old truck. Yeah, there's a whole bunch more. I don't know, we got something that's going around. It's just killing the little oak trees. I don't know what it is. I put little brush piles up everywhere for the bunny rabbits. That way the coyotes can't get them. We got another trail there that goes back to what we call the thorns. That stump, there used to be a massive oak tree that stood right there, but for whatever reason my dad had me take it out. This is what we call the sandhill. When I was a kid, there was no trees on it. It was just all little, squirrels that went around and planted them. This was all like beach sand when I was a kid. It used to be pretty easy to get stuck in. Took a nice doe out of there, not last year, the year before. And then my brother took a little 4-point buck over there. Now this is the area that me and my brothers and stuff refer to as the cornfield, and the reason we call it the cornfield is when we were kids, Dad planted corn out here. It's not had corn planted in it since probably 95, 96, somewhere in there. I do come out and mow it down once in a while. We put a little, you know, orchard in it one time, but it didn't do real good. But I try to keep it cleared out around them trees. They still bear fruit and stuff for the animals. There's tons of little thorn bushes out here, so I'm not going to drive too much around in it. I don't really feel like popping one of my tires. I don't know what that cable's doing out here. Something my brother's drug out. Looks like I got a top right there I could drag out with the tractor and cut up for firewood. But it won't come out of there. It'll take the whole tree down. Oh man, look at that, guys. Just a second, I'm gonna pause you. All right, I walked up to here. This is cherry tree. This must have just happened on that last storm. He ain't too bad to get to either. It's I can get to him from either side. I'll have to bring my tractor. This is gonna be good burning for me next winter. I might as well take the stick that's left too. He ain't gonna do so good. But yep, this is the area we call the thorns. And I got trails all cut through here. I use this property for firewood and camping and deer hunting. And my brother's a big avid deer hunter. But actually on it looks like a deer trail right now. But yeah, this is what we call the thorns. When I was a kid, all these little trees in here, they were them black locusts. They had them long spiky thorns on them. Well, now the thorns have pretty much fallen off them, but I don't know. We just got sections of the property that we just call, you know, certain things, and then like that way if I'm hunting, I can be like, I'm gonna hunt the thorns. And we got an area that we call the pines. We got the sandhill, gravel pit, cornfield. It's just how we've done it. So I don't know if when I get out here this summer and start cutting this stuff up, at least you guys will have a clue of what I'm talking about. But I can't believe that cherry tree come down. I used to sit underneath that thing. But he'll make me some good firewood. Might as well not waste it. All right, I'm gonna walk back to my truck. I'm gonna pause you guys and then I'll start you back up when I get back there. All right, guys, I'm back. Any of these stumps that you see that are cut all sloped and mega high, my brother does that. I don't know why. In fact, I hate driving where he's went in and cleared out stuff, because he'll cut 1 inch off, 3 inches off the ground on a 45 slope, and they tend to go right through the sidewall of your tire pretty easily. My brother, he heats with one of them wood-fired cook stoves, so that, you know, I leave him little stuff like that pile of oak right there that he comes up and nibbles on for his cooking. I see one of my brother's trail cams. This is the back side of the sandhill. I cleared this out, I don't know, probably five years ago or so. It turned into a raspberry patch. I don't know what this pile of tires is doing out here. I'm assuming somebody must have donated them. I left these two maple trees, and a lot of good that did. The top blew out of this one, so I'm gonna cut that up this year. And there's pricker bushes everywhere. These ones are going to be a little bit harder to get to. That's where I missed my Oliver, because my Oliver I could back it right down here and then skid this stuff out, no problem. A little harder with the tractor. I have to cut them in smaller pieces. But I don't know who cut this one up. Wouldn't me. But I think I'll probably take all this dead stuff out of my way. Got a busted out one there I'll take out. That storm really did a number of things around here, but I got a pretty healthy oak right there that's busted down. Now my dad's property line ends. I might not be able to take my whole tree, even though it was my dad's. Of course, if I drag it off there, I guess it don't matter. But I don't think my tractor will pull. I could cut up there and then drag it out in pieces maybe. But just before, yeah, right there, that fence. There's an old fence right here. That's the property line. I don't know if you guys can see that old sheep fence right here. Right here. So the other side of that's not my dad's. But got another nice piece here. Used to do a lot of squirrel hunting on this side. I don't know who left. Somebody cut this stuff up. Left this. I don't know. Not sure. Not sure who did this. I don't even know if this stuff's any good anymore. Might be good for the campfire or something. But I got a piece of oak there. Tops are busted out of these. That one that's leaning real bad, I'm going to take him out. But hoping when Indiana Doug gets some time, he can come up here and we can get the tractors out here. And we can just go hog wild on this stuff and rescue this wood. There's no sense in letting it go to waste. I'll take the trunk down too, but that leaner, there ain't no sense in leaving him. Might as well take him out. Trail's kind of growed up, but I can get the tractor. Actually, I can get the dump truck down. If I take out these little guys, I could get the dump truck right down in here, no problem. But yeah, my dad's property line goes and then up about where that sign is on that tree, and then it cuts over and then it veers back off. I'm gonna pause you guys so I don't rack up too much video here while I walk back to my truck. All right, here's my truck tire pile. I cleared all this. That's coming back harsh with a vengeance there, them sassafras trees. That sassafras grows like wildfire around here. This is all screwed up back when I had my dozer. I was working on cleaning this up, and then there was an underground bee's nest, and buggers started attacking me. I actually had to kill the dozer, jump off it, and run away, and then come back later that night, fired the dozer back up, and dug them buggers out and stirred it all up around, and then left it like that. And I've yet to come back to clean it up. But the reason you see all these stumps around is because I cleared this out. This is a nice little camping area, but I cut my stumps where I can get my brush hog over them. My brother does not. If it sounds like I'm out of breath, it's probably because I am. Ever since that stupid COVID, I get winded pretty easy. I've been trying to get myself built back up, but it's slow going. Decided to walk you up this way. I brush hog this, I don't know, at least once a year. These are autumn olives. They're freaking, I hate them. They were introduced in the 80s. I think the DNR did it. They produce little red berries. Very evasive. I don't like them at all. Well, right up here's where I brush hog and look at it. I swear every one of these little limbs that bust off, it just grows a new one, must be. I've sprayed them. I pushed a bunch out when I had my dozer. They just keep coming back. We're actually on an old trail that we used to ride our go-karts on. This is the area that we call the Pines. I'll walk you through it. Now, when I was a kid, all these pine trees had branches down low, and they were just luscious. It's all been shaded out now, so don't look as pretty as it did when I was a kid. But on the other hand, it's opened it up nice for deer hunting, because you can see them. Shoot, I got a dead poplar tree there, but they're not the greatest burning. Can get my little tractor back here to them though. Doesn't feel punky yet. I sure love it out here though, guys. I used to really tear it up my youth. We had dirt bikes and go-karts and mini bikes and quads, three-wheelers, snowmobiles out the wazoo. I probably had over 50 snowmobiles as a kid. All antiquers, but they was just as much fun to me. We used to do paintballing out here. My brother was big into it. I got into it a little bit, but not like he did. That pine tree's dead. I need to make a day of it just coming up here with my little topper and just coming through and knocking all this crap off. Now, there used to be a bunch of cedars, but they all died, got shaded out. Used to be cedar trees through here for all over the place, but and I still cut them up and burn them for firewood too. I don't care. Did dune buggy thing too when we were older. I had lots of Volkswagen dune buggies. Did demolition derby stuff out here. Had a golf cart that was snowmobile powered that we used to pile a bunch of kids on, and we'd go out and wreak havoc through the woods with it. All these tires used to be stacked up. They were like my brother's bunkers for his paintball. Wish he'd come and get him out of here. I don't know if you can see all them tires filled up with stuff. We got fire ants really bad. They made nests in all these tires. I don't know how well this video is going to do for you guys. I just thought maybe I'd take you a walk around the family property and show you where I grew up, had fun at, goofed off, played with. In the background there's my neighbor's log cabin. When we were kids there was a Quonset hut there. Junk piled everywhere. I used to run my dune buggies up this hill. Don't look very steep on camera, but it is. These pine trees here used to have just great big beautiful branches off the bottoms. I know if my mom was still alive she'd be all bummed out because she loved them. I don't know what type of pine tree they are, but I'm assuming the forest just grew up around them and shaded them out. It's what killed off the lower branches. Right here's a sassafras tree growing. The reason he's all whoop-de-doo like that is because when he was younger he got run over a lot. There's a maple tree I gotta still take care of. Like I said, I got so much stuff to cut up and process for my firewood up here. I don't even really gotta drop any trees. I got so much stuff that's down or tipped over or in the way. You can see my little pond I was working at from here. This is that upper trail. That's the lower trail down there. I'm not sure what they used to dig out of here, but when I was a kid, this was all like rocks and beach sand. Used to be a fox den around the corner of it. Oh, I got a cherry tree there that don't look like it's doing so good either. I might take him out too. I like burning cherry. Oh, look at all that dead stuff down. Wow. There used to be a lot of ash trees up here. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, this was all a little apple orchard. There was apple trees everywhere, and then the forest grew up, it killed them out, and then one year I come in and they were all dead, so I took all the apple trees out and burned them for firewood. Unfortunately, every ash tree that we have has pretty much bit the dust from that emerald ash borer. I don't think I've got a live one left in here. But you can see the wood lot from here. I'm not going to walk all the way down there. You guys have seen that on camera before. But I must be getting old, because I remember when this guy was just a little tiny shit. So that's crazy how the property has changed since when I was a kid. Alright, I will pause you and bring you back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. This used to be the standing corner post. My dad's property goes that way, and there's a 7-acre stretch in here that belongs to that log cabin. And that fence row, if you walk through there, you can pick up, you know, where the wire was. But I figured I'd walk you back along the property edge here. I never did get back, cut this guy up. He was in the way. I pushed him out of the way with my Oliver. Those that say them little tiny dozers, you know, I mean, to me, for a 30-horse dozer to be able to push something out like that, I thought was pretty good in my book. Pretty soon we'll have to be doing some mushrooming out here, but I ain't seen any mushrooms yet this year. I wonder if turkeys did that. Well, kind of light. I'm not going to walk you down. I'm going to cut diagonal across through here so I don't have to walk all the way back through there. But this dig out right here, I don't know what was dug out of there years ago, but I used to jump my dirt bike through here. Come right down through here and launch off this steep hill here. Things you did when you were a kid. I see our umbrellas are starting to come up. Normally if they're up, mushrooms are out. And another little dead oak tree. I don't know what is going on, but all the oak trees are dying. That's great. There's tons of oak trees out here. This used to be the dump site. All kinds of trash and whatnot in there. Old bed springs. There used to be a ton of metal in here, and I dug it out years ago and took it to the scrapyard. But like right there's an old bed spring. My brother's old tricycle. Stuff's been here forever. But it was a dump site in this area of, I think, when my dad bought the property years and years and years ago. I think I pushed that one out with my dozer, if I remember right. They were dead trees, so I just knocked them out of my way. Now my brush piles are sinking down. I need to come out with the forks, scoop up my brush piles and restack them up for the bunny rabbits. I should have never sold my dozer. I kind of regret selling that thing. Wasn't practical, but when you needed it, the thing was a lifesaver. But that's the way it goes. But Well, I made it back to my truck. That's a walk around and me blabbering on. Well, I'm gonna pause you. I'm gonna walk up one more spot. I'll show you the top of the sandhill, I guess. So I'm gonna pause you. Yeah. Cameras can't show you how steep things are. But this is why we used to call this the sandhill. It was all sand. And none of these trees, well, the bigger trees are here, but they were real little back then. All them pine trees are planted. Every one of them. Now this is eroded a lot, especially for years and years and years. But I used to have a trail from the cornfield straight up this way, and this was like a 45 mossy embankment, and I'd hit that just as fast as I could get going on my snowmobile, and it'd shoot me up in the air, and then I'd freaking soar. I'd still be going up as the hill was going down. Had a lot of fun doing that as a kid. All this rough cut up here, I think it's crap my brother brought up. I think he was going to build a blind and then lost interest. I don't think he ever got around to it. Looks like there's some wood up here I can get to. I don't think this stuff here is much good anymore. You know, all these trees here were planted, not by us. Here's my little rock quarry. Used to be rocks like this all over, but over the years we've picked them and used them for different things. But yeah, my dad's property line ends somewhere over there. But all right, I'm gonna pause you guys. All right, here's a look from this side. I'm hoofing it back to my truck. It's way over there. But I think I'm gonna call this video quits here, guys. But at least you get to see, you know, my family's property that I got to goof off on, cut firewood on, hunt, ride dirt bikes and quads and mini bikes, three-wheelers. If I had an engine, we ran it out here. If we didn't have them, then it'd be some old beat up lawnmower and we'd be mud bogging our lawnmower through the swamp or something. We were always doing something. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I really enjoy it out here. As things get, you know, greener and you know, fill out, things are starting to blossom. It really looks pretty. So, but you guys enjoy your day. Have a good one.